So I just got done doing the unboxing video and I wanted to keep it separate from the actual initial setup. And I haven't set up a drone for a little while, so we're gonna go through the setup from start to finish. I just got done charging the batteries on the drone and the remote. So let's bring it in. Let's get it set up. Okay, so I have one of the three batteries that is finally charged. This sucker took probably an hour and a half to actually charge. Now again, this is the plus size battery, so this is the heavier, the longer range battery. Technically it puts, I think, the drone slightly over 249, but that said, I'm gonna go ahead and slide this guy in to the drone, so that's ready to go. I am gonna release the gimbal, so this plastic guy here, I haven't done that yet, and get all these stickers off of here, because there's a few. So there's this guy here, remove before use, set that on there, and then the actual plastic around the camera itself. Okay, so now we have all of that. Ooh, there is behind the camera as well, there is foam. So tilt the camera down, there we go. There's that foam pad, I'm gonna take that out. So now the gimbal is fully clear. Got it. Set these off to the side. And so I have this guy. Now on the remote as well, since I actually have the fancier remote, the RC2, these little foam guys are back hidden behind. I'm going to go ahead and screw them onto the controller as well. I love the fact, that was my least favorite thing about my original DJI drone, was not being able to remove those. I love that they put that into it. My last drone had the removable ones, but... Alright, so I have the drone here, we have the remote here. And I think we're going to start with the remote and get this logged in, because it's going to be a little bit different than obviously having the smartphone, because this is going to be logged into my DJI account and connected to Wi-Fi. So let me get reset up. Okay, so like with all the DJI things, it's power, power again, hold, and let her boot. Oh, it even has a fan in there. You can hear the fan going. And she stopped. So assuming just when it gets hot, that's when it does it, and obviously when it boots up. Okay, English, next. Software terms, accept. I'm in the United States. Now I can select my Wi-Fi in my home, and I'm going to put my password in. I'll be right back. Hit check mark, hit OK. Let it connect to Wi-Fi, and there's probably going to be a software update, we'll see, but... And it's connected, hit next. No, we're not Beijing time. And I am Central Time. Hit next. Confirm. Now I'm going to log in with my DJI account. I will be right back. And I'm going to hit log in. And now it looks like I have to put a verification code in, and that is BKVH. All right. Log in. I'll hit activate on my account and start. Swipe back from edge of the screen to go to previous screen. Got it. Left dial is for gimbal, right is for camera. Record, left button up here, right button is for shutter. Let's see. Oh yeah, brake, the instant pause, essentially to stop and hover. Switch flight modes here with the switch. Return to home button. Also in that one, so press and hold to enable start smart hold, and then just press and release to pause. Got it. C1 buttons on the back, customizable, C1, C2. Solid red not connected, solid green aircraft connected. Yellow is firmware update required, or oh, I'm sorry, firmware update failed. So all these with all the colors, go to DJI Fly app. Initializing resource data, starting DJI Fly. Alright, we're going to skip this. I'm going to allow all those, that's fine. Sure. will join. And this is just stuff for the app. Now, of course, I've used the DJI Fly app with my other drones, but used my phone itself. Now I'm going to actually do the same thing on the drone. There's the power button, so push and then push and hold. And now she's twitching. And it looks like it's automatically connecting. There we go. Take off with caution, no GPS. Well, makes sense, I'm inside. I'm going to activate the DJI service. So it's an active drone. Hit done. Currently, I'm not going to do that, but within 48 hours, you can purchase DJI Care Refresh if you haven't purchased that. So I'm going to skip that for now. Looks like there isn't a new firmware update, so we're going to hit update. And this might take a little while, so we're going to let it update, and when we're ready. Now, it's already evening, so the sun's gone down. We will be flying this tomorrow, but it will be the same video for you. So I'm going to let it do its thing, and I'll be back once it's updated and we're ready to fly. One thing I wanted to do before we started, while it's doing its update before we actually fly, is make sure I get the memory card in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the memory card in the drone. Here, let's see, upside down, I guess. There we go. And now I didn't forget to do that. Okay, so before I go outside and do the first flight, it is the next morning, actually. These batteries definitely take a while to fully charge. Now, of course, I have the one in the drone because that's when I did the updates last night to get everything fully functioning. Everything should be ready to roll. How this works, USB-C in, right? Make sure you put in a 30 amp capability power plug to it. They're not going to supply that, but that said, it will charge whatever battery is at the highest battery level. It'll automatically start charging, and then it'll just kind of go down the line to the next one that has the highest percentage, so that way it gets you on, starts flying right away as soon as you can. All three of mine are now fully charged, so these are fully charged now, and I wonder if I kick, yep, okay, so yeah, it'll even show you if I hit there's actually a power button. Because this is a two-way bank, so if I use these batteries, I can actually use that USB-A output to charge a phone or whatever. But at least it tells you the indicator of what the battery is. The other thing to mention, just like I said before, is these are the plus size batteries. So these are heavier, which technically puts this drone into the category above the 249 limit. So you, in theory, I will have to register this if I run it with these batteries. So that's something to point out as well. So the Plus kit has the heavier battery, but you do get the longer flight time, and I'm okay with that. So I'll pay the $5 like I have with all my other drones, get the number on there and be with it. That's fine with me. But that said, let's go out back. Let's actually do the first flight. Okay, so I'm outside. Have my remote. Now I do have the antennas up, so these do fold, right? And so you want to make sure you do have these up and out. Push and hold. Get that booting up. I'm going to go ahead and start the drone as well. Now I used the same battery that I did all the updates last night, so it's not 100%, but it's probably in the 90s, I would assume. So automatically connected to the drone, so we are good there. Now I always, it's best practice, no GPS yet. I'm going to wait for it to fully get a signal so it knows what the return to home place is. And I always take off from a spot that's not going to be at a spot where straight above it there are any obstacles, so it can always come back to that position and then land by itself. So takeoff caution, no GPS, still says that. I'm going to give it a minute. Let's maybe a click on it. I'm just going to give it a minute to, it's got 10 satellites, but morning, oh, there's 11. I'll just give it a minute.
Home point updated.
Oh, there we go. And it even tells you home point update. I love it. So now we have a couple options to take off, right? I can do the automatic option, which is just push that little button right there, the takeoff button, just on the left-hand side of the screen there. Or I can do the manual, which is in and towards the center and down with the sticks. I'm going to try the takeoff by itself because I rarely ever use that on my other drones, to be honest. So I'm just going to click on that. And then center has the takeoff button that pops up, and push and hold in the green.
Takeoff. Home point updated.
And home point updated. All right. Now you can hear the beeping on here. That's because it's actually seeing stuff on the sensors, because there is stuff behind here. If I actually move it forward, it should stop that. Still seeing my shed to the left. I wonder how sensitive it is. That's like 15 feet right there. So yeah, it's still seeing stuff, but there we go. Let's go for a flight. Now, of course, my previous drones didn't have the portrait mode capability, and that is pretty cool. So it's just a little button there. You click that, rotates the camera, and now I have it in portrait mode, and I can get a portrait shot. And then, of course, I can go back to the horizontal shot. That is pretty awesome. Now, something I have not done for a very long time is the return to home. So I took it back out there. It's out there a little bit. I can see it. And of course, I keep the drone within sight. I can actually see it pretty far where I'm at. I'm going to try the return to home, and I'm going to hit return to home.
Return to home.
And I'm going to let it do its thing. Let's see how it works. So she is currently kind of, well, it's right up here. It's coming. It's coming. I'm going to take the camera manual. She's coming down. And of course, I'm not doing anything. I'm just letting it do its thing. Takes its sweet time. So it's within 5 feet, give or take. There we go. So one thing I will say, obviously the drones I've had before use the traditional controller with your phone. I like this remote so much better. Now it's hard to say 100% sure right off the bat, so it's hard to me to do a full review on it right this second, but I like the fact that it's not sitting up and I'm not balancing it. It's a lot lighter because of it. So that button right now, that C2 button actually does the auto rotate. Let's bring her back down. I've got her in sport mode right now, so yeah, I'll put it back in normal just so it's got the sensors on. Maybe not. And let's land it.
Landing.
I missed flying a drone. It's been a little bit. And of course I knew I was going to get another one eventually. This is fun. So the last piece of this puzzle, I still have the drone on. It's on the ground. It's landed. So I'm not flying it. So I'm going to leave that on. I'm not going to even touch that. And now I'm going to actually open the DJI app on my phone. Now I've had it on my phone since my last drones. I never took it off. So I'm going to open the DJI Fly app. And look at that. Oh, it just pops up. So it says switch to quick transfer mode, new DJI 4. So I'm gonna hit switch, hit allow, and I apologize if you're not able to see that very well. Press and hold the power button on the flight battery for 2 seconds. 1, 2. Oh, I didn't do it fast enough. Hit switch. Okay, so it definitely was more than 2 seconds. I had to hold it more like 4 seconds before, and then it came up, hey, would you like to join? So I'm connecting now. All right, so we are connected, and when we're going to connect, you just hit view album. And now we should be able to see the photos and videos that I took. Let's hit, well, I guess it's loading. Try again. There it goes. Aircraft album. That's my album on my phone. That's interesting though. When I was on there, it didn't show anything, and then I slipped over to videos, and I said, "Oh, there's the videos." And then a photo. Okay, there's the photos, and I go, "Oh, now it's all coming up." That just took a second. It was weird, and so I can look at any of all these, right? And basically, I think it's oldest and newest. I'm just hit the download button. Download file here. I'm gonna do a full download to my phone. And okay, so it has a little ring down there to let me know the status of downloading that video. And of course it's a couple minutes, so it's not small, but let it download. And I did want to point this out as well. While I'm in that quick transfer mode with my phone, this screen says exit quick transfer mode on the screen. So it still controls the aircraft, because if I rotate the camera, it's still rotating on there, so it's still connected and controlling it. It's just that it's not going to show the video because it's dumping video onto my phone. That's my setup. I did change one setting on here, and looks like that video is done. So I'm going to hit exit to quick transfer mode. Exit it successfully, and now I'm back to here. The only thing I changed actually while I was in flight, I went to the 3 dots at the top of the screen, went to control and changed it to Imperial. I live in the United States, so I'm used to feet and stuff. So changed that. As of right now, I'm going to keep everything else like it is, and I'm going to play around with the settings, and that's going to be in future videos as I do it. Yeah, we'll see. So Mini 4 Pro, it is great to be back flying again. I missed my drones, and I'm sure I'll get to the point where I'll fly this so much that I will stop doing it, or I'll forget about it for a while, and who knows. But the nice thing about this, and this is why I went from my Mavic Pro to the Air, and now Air to the Mini, is as much as I like the stability and speed and everything of the bigger drones, the portability means that I'm going to take it more places. So this is going to go on vacation with me, and I'm going to have some fun with it, hopefully. Thanks for watching to the end of this video, and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. DJI, good job. See you soon.